Cheers! Welcome back to Cooking with Vino. I'm Victoria.
And I'm Sari. If you haven't hung out with us before, we are friends at Medic Culinary School. Go Kaiser.
Go Kaiser.
And we love to drink and cook with wine. Today we're gonna make
some pasta
and Alfredo sauce. And let's start with the pasta.
Yep.
Oh, actually, let's start with what wine we're drinking.
Yes. So today we are going to be drinking Screaming Goat Gewürztraminer.
Yeah. It's hard to say, so don't yell at us if we said it wrong.
And don't judge us.
Don't judge us. We got this wine from a great chef and a friend of ours. She's also a female chef. She works with a company called
Traveling Vineyard.
Yes. She has this awesome company where she will come and throw a wine party for you and your friends. Bring samples, tell you what recipes to pair with it. It's awesome. We're going to link her website and we are going to support her because she's awesome. And this wine is really good and she has lots and lots. I think when she does a party, she brings 5 wines. People can buy it. So support us, support her, we'll support you, and everything will be great.
Yep, so it's kind of like a pampered chef or Mary Kay party where you get to taste it, see what you like, see what you don't like, and then order from her website. The wines that she has, you can't get in a store.
Right.
So they're special. They're special wines.
They are, and they're pretty affordable, and they are very delicious.
Yep, and she has all kinds. She has whites, she has red, she has sweet, she has dry. Yep. So whatever you're looking for, you just let her know and she'll make it happen.
Yeah, so we'll send you the link. Anyways,
yep.
Let's get started on the pasta.
Yep, so we're going to start on our pasta. If you would like to do this with us, you can press pause, go to our website, www.cookingwvino.com, and go to our pasta dough, get all your ingredients, and then come back.
Yeah. So do that if you want, and now we're going to go.
Yep.
We got all-purpose flour.
So you're going to just pour that in the bowl. And then we got some semolina flour. We have 1 cup of semolina, 2 cups of all-purpose. You're just going to mix them together.
Yep. You can incorporate them at this point. You don't really have to, but just to make sure every piece of pasta has both flours. Yep. We also have 4 whole eggs. And I normally just dump them in.
Just throw them in there.
We also need olive oil and salt, and that's pretty much the rest of the recipe. So we need 4 tablespoons of olive oil. If you can't tell, we're jamming out to Frank Sinatra. This is great. Yep. 2, 3, 4, and then we're also going to need 4 teaspoons of salt. Again, you can find this on our website, so go check it out. Cook along with us.
And the great thing about this pasta dough recipe is you can change it to your taste buds, just like our pizza dough. If you want to go check out our pizza dough,
check that out.
If you like spicy, you can add some crushed red pepper. If you like garlicky, you can add some fresh garlic or garlic powder. If you like more of an onion flavor, just whatever you prefer.
Yeah, get your hands in there. If you're not getting messy, getting a little, dirty around your kitchen, you're not really doing it right. So get your hands in there, don't be worried. So we're gonna mix this together. You don't really need to knead it like
pizza
dough, but you do want it to fully come together. One tip I will say, once you have it together as a dough, form it into kind of a log. It'll make it easier for when you cut it later, which we're gonna get back to. So at this point, Victoria is gonna keep kneading it just for a second until it comes together, and we'll be back to show you the rest. So grab a glass of wine and we'll see you in a minute.
Okay, so we have mixed our pasta dough and rolled it into a log. Now we're going to cut it into discs to make smaller pieces because it's easier to work with. And then we are going to
shape it and cook it.
Yep. So we're going to use a pasta roller to roll our dough. If you don't have a pasta roller, you can use a rolling pin and cut it with a knife. Just make sure they're kind of even so they cook evenly. And we're going to do this off camera, so we will be back in a few minutes.
We lost the vino, and we'll meet you back here.
Cheers! Welcome back. So while we were paused, we rolled out our pasta dough. We have made fettuccine pasta. We used a pasta roller, but you don't have to. You can make it however you want. Just make sure they're uniform, kind of the same size so they cook evenly.
Good tip. And we only did, that was only about 1/4 of the recipe because we're just gonna have a snack. So it's gonna make about 4 servings.
Yep. So now we're gonna make our pasta sauce, and today we're gonna do Alfredo, like we said earlier.
Yep.
And it's gonna be all from scratch. We're gonna show you how to do it. So for our ingredients, we have 1/2 cup of butter.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna throw that in our pot.
We have 1.5 cups of cream, heavy cream.
Heavy cream. And we're gonna simmer those together
Until the butter melts and mixes up. You can stir it, which will actually help it melt faster. Obviously, get your vino. Enjoy that while you're cooking.
The smaller you cut your butter, the quicker it'll melt.
Very good point.
So if you're in a rush, just cut it real small.
Yes. We're also going to add garlic,
Mm-hmm.
Parmesan cheese,
Italian seasoning, some fresh ground pepper, and some salt.
salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
If you're too young, you might not get it, but we get it.
We get it.
Also, start boiling your water now because fresh pasta takes way less time than dried pasta. So make sure you boil it. When it comes to a boil, add salt. And it will taste good.
Yep.
So we're going to let this melt. And take some wine. Yeah. It's just going to take a second. It won't be long. Frank is also still in the background. We had to turn him down because he got a little loud, but he's still there, so it's all good.
He was yelling at us a little bit.
Just a little. It's fine though. Can't hear him, sorry, but you should be able to. Okay. Should we add anything else or you still want to wait?
We can go ahead and start adding the garlic, Italian seasoning, salt and pepper. We just want to make sure the butter is melted before we add our Parmesan.
Good point.
So we got some garlic. You can add as much or as little garlic as you want. We love garlic,
We do.
so we're gonna add a good heaping spoonful.
And seasoning, why not? I mean,
Seasoning.
tastes good, do it.
Pepper. You can use already ground pepper, but in my personal opinion, when you grind it, it tastes a lot better. It
It does.
tastes fresher. It has more of a pepper taste.
Yeah. And another tip that we're not doing in this one, but you could, if you watch our other video where we make marinara sauce, you can put a Parmesan rind in there. You could do that in here too, and it would be delicious because we are going to add grated Parmesan, but it would just add even more cheesy flavor.
Yep. And it's a great way to use the rind because when you shred your Parmesan, you don't really use the rind. So save you a little bit of money there.
Yeah, use everything. Yep. Okay.
Be tasteful, not wasteful.
Yes, exactly. Well, let's let that go for just one more minute. Our water's about to boil.
Go ahead and add our pasta.
Yep, we're adding the pasta.
Pasta.
Now, another good tip is when you add your pasta to the water and it's cooked in just a few minutes, save some of that pasta water because it's starchy water, which if your sauce gets too thick or if it starts to break, you can add that back in and it will thin it back out, and it actually adds a really nice flavor too. So if you want to strain it, don't strain all of it, keep some of it, or you can just pull the pasta out with like tongs or something.
Yep.
And then you can save all that in case you need it. And if you don't need it, just put it right down the drain, it's totally fine. So I added 2 cups of Parmesan cheese grated. Let me turn this down just a little. Because this sauce comes together really quick, which is great because when you're hungry, it's really easy to make.
Yep. Like the marinara sauce, it takes a couple hours. This one only takes a couple minutes.
Yep.
So depending on what you want, how much time you have, you can decide which sauce you want to make.
Mm-hmm. Traditional Alfredo sometimes comes with like chicken and broccoli. You literally can do whatever you want. So if you don't like broccoli, or you don't want it, or you do like it, you do want it, totally fine.
Yep.
Chicken, I mean, maybe it's a little controversial, but I even like it with steak. It doesn't really matter. It's literally whatever you like in addition to this.
Because you're an adult, and nobody can tell you what to do.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yep. I go to culinary school
I go to culinary school.
and make new friends.
Yep.
And drink wine while you cook.
Yep.
Whatever. Alright. So then you just really kind of second so it thickens. Again, if it gets too thick, you can add some of that pasta water, but it really won't take long. And then you want to cook your pasta al dente.
Yep.
Because you want to incorporate the sauce with it so it's fully coated. And it's going to cook a little bit more in the sauce, so stop it when it's got a little bite to it, which is what al dente means, is to the tooth. So stop it and put it in there, and you're going to have more sauce. So, or with in our case, because we didn't do the whole batch of pasta, so pull your pasta out, plate it, which we'll do in a second, and then save that sauce, and you can save it in your fridge for about 5 days, and you can freeze it for even longer.
Yep.
So we'll show you in a few minutes. We're going to turn this off, we're going to plate it, and then we'll take a bite with you. So grab a glass of wine, we'll be right back.
Okay, so we have plated our Alfredo.
Fettuccine
Alfredo, and
we just did a little bite. It will get you way more than this. Our pot is literally full. But we're just going to be ladies and have one little bite.
it's very cheesy.
It's so cheesy, and it's so good. And the pasta, like fresh pasta, is
Way better
So
than
much better.
boxed pasta. And it's so
Yes.
easy and cheap. I mean, 5-pound bags of flour cost, what, $3? And it lasts you like 6 months.
You gotta make this.
If you love your family, you'll do it.
Or if you just love yourself.
I guess so.
Eat it and tell us how you like it. And thanks for hanging out with us. Drink some vino and come and watch us again on Cooking with Vino soon.
Bye.
Bye.